Rise and shine. 6 a.m. and your hand can't make it to the alarm clock before the voices in your head start telling you that it's too early, too dark, and too cold to get out of bed. Aching muscles lie still in rebellion, pretending not to hear your brain commanding them to move. A legion of voices are shouting their unanimous permission for you to hit the snooze button and go back to dreamland. But you didn't ask their opinion. The voice you've chosen to listen to is one of defiance. A voice that says there was a reason you set that alarm in the first place. So sit up, put your feet on the floor, and don't look back, because we've got work to do. Welcome to the grind. For what is each day but a series of conflicts between the right way and the easy way? 10,000 streams fan out like a river delta before you, each one promising the path of least resistance. Thing is, you're headed upstream. And when you make that choice, when you decide to turn your back on what's comfortable and safe and what some would call common sense, well, that's day one. From there, it only gets tougher. So just make sure this is something you want, because the easy way out will always be there, ready to wash you away. All you have to do is pick up your feet. But you aren't going to, are you? With each step comes the decision to take another. You're on your way now, but this is no time to dwell on how far you've come. You're in a fight against an opponent you can't see, but oh, you can feel him on your heels, can't you? Feel him breathing down your neck. You know what that is? That's you. Your fears, your doubts, and insecurities all lined up like a firing squad, ready to shoot you out of the sky. But don't lose heart. While they're not easily defeated, they are far from invincible. Remember, this is the grind, the battle royale between you and your mind, your body, and the devil on your shoulder who's telling you that this is just a game. This is just a waste of time. Your opponents are stronger than you. Drown out the voice of uncertainty with the sound of your own heartbeat. Burn away your self-doubt with a fire lit beneath you. Remember what we're fighting for, and never forget that momentum is a cruel mistress. She can turn on a dime with the smallest mistake. She is ever searching for the weak place in your armor, that one tiny thing you forgot to prepare for. So as long as the devil is hiding the details, the question remains, is that all you got? Are you sure? And when the answer is yes, when you've done all you can to prepare yourself for battle, then it's time to go forth and boldly face your enemy, the enemy within. Only now you must take that fight into the open, into hostile territory. You're a lion in a field of lions, all hunting the same elusive prey with a desperate starvation that says victory is the only thing that can keep you alive. So believe that voice that says you can run a little faster, and you can throw a little harder, and that for you, the laws of physics are merely a suggestion. Luck is the last dying wish of those who want to believe that winning can happen by accident. Sweat, on the other hand, is for those who know it's a choice. So decide now, because destiny waits for no man. And when your time comes and 1,000 different voices are trying to tell you you're not ready for it, listen instead to that lone voice of dissent. The one that says you are ready, you are prepared. It's all up to you now. So rise and shine.
The sacrifice.
In the beginning, man was given dominion over all living things, and his thinking was limitless. But then they listened to the reptilian's influence, bit into the bitterness, slipping into wickedness. Can you envision it? Of course, we were living it. Sin was our imprisonment, but then sweet deliverance. You see, the infinite considered our predicament, giving us an infant whose spirit was the omnipotent. He lived with fishermen and ripped all the religious, cause in their ignorance they couldn't see the significance of John saying, I am crying in the wilderness, witness Son of Man, it's the Lamb, none equivalent. Perform miracles, in him was forgiveness. Dripping like syrup was his lyrics, so delicious. Fame spread to citizens in cities and in villages, committed to their willingness to hear about his disciplines. But they were oblivious to the plans that were imminent. In an instant, conditions turned insidious. Tried before Pilate, he was silent in his innocence. Stripping him of dignity, they were spitting and hitting him. And they were militant, their hatred was continuous. Let us kill him and stick him in the middle of two criminals. Put on a cross with 3 sharp metal implements, piercing his skin, chipping bone and splitting ligaments. A crown of thorns digging deep into the king, and it's all the pain, all the shame, so that he could live in us. A sacrifice like scriptures written in Leviticus, wiping every ritual, saying I have finished it. Jubilant festivities by Satan and his minions. Yes, we did it, raise your drinks, we are back in business. Then they heard a stirring and everything went serious. Knock, knock on the gates of hell, who is visiting? It's the King of Kings, plundering and pillaging, taking the keys of death from the clutches of the snivelling. Meanwhile on the surface were the inquisitive, interested in the outcome of this recent incident. They saw the tomb and they were full of bewilderment. Then it hit them and their spirits were lit up like filaments. Everything he said about his death was deliberate. Temple being raised in 3 days, no coincidence. The flesh of Jesus, not deceased, God has risen it, so we can also live with him throughout the millenniums. All he requires is for us to be an instrument. So as an indication, lift your hand and show you're into it.
Quarter past 3, the time's right. The time's now, it's now or never. I ain't worried about no limelight. I'm on a flight going, I'm high as ever. I don't smoke weed, get drunk, no codeine, though I've been sick. A go-getter who flow realer than anybody who been rich. I'm rapping like I ain't got food, rapping like I ain't got heat. Rapping up until we wrap it up, and it's a rap for y'all. No time to sleep, they get spins, I get skipped. Get plays only sometimes, like mad people got thirst at prom. Y'all really gon' hate my punchlines, it's been long, I've been waiting. Exactly where God needs me. Jerry curl the flow for y'all, cause I make it look so easy. Brooklyn born, not Compton though. If he tell me go, then I gotta go. Every year I look down on clouds, just going down. Geronimo, it's my time, like I went to Jacob and spent the grip. I'm here to balance, rap out to remind you he's relevant and he's Christ. He's like the real hoe, Prince of Peace. If money talks, I understand in layman terms and Christianity. I've been waiting for my chance to get out.